Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Welcome to back again with another part 6. I don't remember what part we're on, but we're back in the Pokemon TCG tier list with base set to fossil, uh, ranking based on how competitive and how good they are. Not ranking based on art. There's plenty of those online, but we're ranking purely based on how meta relevant these cards are. Um, and not many people focus on the actual TCG. So um, we're back again. And what we left off, so my opinion might persuade a lot differently now than back then. So if you have watched those, that's okay, but I'm gonna change some things that I definitely improve from off of those parts. So I'm gonna change it right here. Starting off with Duck Trio, I'm gonna put C tier as like average, and then D tier to be like below average, because it seems like B tier is like average, so I don't want to make it messed up. So yeah, starting off with Duck Trio. Duck Trio, it's good and all, but if you think about it, it's too costly. If it had Mud Slap as like a secondary move, that would have been great, but it has been it has outclassed by Hitmonchan, obviously. Any fighting type would be outclassed by Hitmonchan, but that's not the only main factor about it. It's just that both its moves are too costly. Slash is not bad. 40 damage for like free energy is actually alright, but uh, it's still not energy efficient enough for it to be viable because there's energy removal and super energy removal everywhere throughout the meta. And plus, there's like a lot more hasty attackers when it comes to base set to fossil. So having higher energy attacks are not viable in the meta. And 70 HP is good and all, but it's not good enough for a stage 1 because there's plenty of big basics that stage 1 with 70 HP is not the best, but it is not the worst. Now I did mention it has like a lightning resistance and everything. That is good. It gets Electabuzz. But even so, Electabuzz is going to be paired with like other Pokemon, right? It's good on that most of these ground Pacific Pokemon are resistant to lightning, but still, it could have been a lot more viable if it has like efficient attack, like I mentioned. But the Earthquake, unfortunately, off the bat, it does seem like a interesting move, but if you look closely, you can just search this up. But if you look closely, Earthquake only damaged the bench on your own, so it doesn't damage both benches. It only damages your bench specifically. And I thought I was like, that is not great at all. It's only 10 damage, but to alter your bench Pokemon, that's not that good. So yeah, unfortunately, Duck Trio has to go down a couple tiers. And it's pretty harsh to say, but I gotta put it below here actually. Magmar, I think it just has like a low HP, and I don't think it's like too great, right? It does have a better energy efficient move, but still not the best. So I'm gonna put a low tier, probably right there. Actually, is a big basic. So I guess I'll put it over Dugtrio. Still wouldn't use it actually, but yeah. And then Pidgeotto, that's going D actually. Because mirror move, you have to get hit in order to use that move, and that's not good. 60 HP for stage 1 is pathetic, and its only attacking move, Whirlwind, is not too great. But it is better than Pidgeot and Magikarp. Magikarp is bottom tier. Same with Ghastly. I think Ghastly is probably by far the worst. Ooh, my dog. No. My dog is getting away. I'm sorry. Porygon, I think it stays there. The Zapdos, the fossil version. The reason why I put it there is like, I don't know. It just has like a high lightning energy move that takes up too much. If there's some sort of lightning acceleration, then yeah, I could see why, but I just don't see it viable at all. This Haunter, I'll put it there just for now, but I might change my mind. The reason why is because there are some ways, but if it's like only based to fossil, that I can see why it's not that good. But if you look further up to rocket, that I can see some playability with Haunter. Dream Eater is a huge damage dealer, but you have to have your opponent's Pokemon asleep. And sleep is not the most reliable status condition because it's between turns. It's not every time your opponent takes a turn, they have to flip a coin. No, it's not like that. They have to flip between turns. You and your opponent's turn. Every time they try to do a Pokemon checkup for sleep. It's so stupid, but yeah, that's really a part of how sleep goes. But the reason why I put it there is because of the rock is set drowsy with long distance hypnosis, and that one is a phenomenal drowsy card by itself. Not only that, it really supports how powerful you can stack these Pokemon powers because you can keep doing it over and over again until you get that Pokemon to fall asleep. And yeah, that's like pretty good, honestly. So that's why I put Haunter. It's still D, but at least it's somewhat manageable, I guess. Kind of, not really. But yeah. What else? Putting Aerodactyl a bit higher, actually, I would definitely say it is up there because prehistoric power, the fact that you can just shut down every evolution on the board is insane because if you have like big basics only, you could dominate like no shot. Like you can dominate. If you're going against evolution Pokemon, you basically can disrupt the opponents so badly, right? Unless you're facing against another big basic deck, such as Haymaker, right? Then you don't really see too viable, but I think it fits in the B tier category. Since it is in between, and it is a fossil Pokemon, so it's going to struggle a lot throughout how you can play it. Plus, last could be a problem when it comes to disrupting those mysterious fossil out of your hand. It does make it a lot harder. But I do put Aerodactyl in the middle because it just has that right balance. And it does have a good Pokemon power. I didn't explain it too much throughout the tier list I rank it. But Prehistoric power, uh, interesting power, Pokemon power, but in some certain scenarios, it might not be the best, but it is certainly pretty devastating against uh, evolution type decks. So I'll put it top of B for now. Next is Snorlax. I just think Snorlax is, yes, you can utilize those double colors, but I think it's like, I don't know. Snorlax, it's too costly of a Pokemon to invest in, and just for training is just a hassle. Like, that's why you need Switch. Thick Skin is pretty good because it can't not be affected by any status conditions, and I find that's interesting. But I still think there's other Pokemon that could do it way better. Um, Interesting, but I'll definitely put it. Put it above there. For Gloom, Gloom is interesting because I've heard a deck where people use Dragonite to actually get rid of Confuse. It really made some sort of interesting combination between that step in Pokemon power, and they can just get rid of that confusion altogether. And you could keep using Foul Odor and not being confused yourself. And Foul Odor is actually pretty nice to have because um, your the opponent's Pokemon cannot reach. They cannot retreat properly because of Confuse. And that's pretty nice. And it deals 20 damage, so that's pretty good for what it is for 2 grass energy. And this can definitely disrupt your opponent pretty badly if they need to like retreat ASAP. But yeah, I put it top of C because I do think there's some lacking moments for it. Besides, outside of Dragonite, it's not like the best on its own. So I put it like top of C, but I do think it's interesting with that combination with Dragonite. I do like seeing more Dragonite decks. And although it's not better than Kanganite with Kangaskhan and Dragonite, it's still an interesting combination between the two. Same with Vileplume. I think Vileplume is interesting enough, so I put it top of C. Because Pedal Dance, the fact that you can just like evolve your Gloom into Vileplume, and the Pokemon Power Heal, it's not the best, it's pretty bad. But it is a nice bonus every time you can just heal a Pokemon. Plus, you can like refresh in some flips, if you know what I mean. You can definitely get a powerful Pedal Dance coin flip. If you're bad with coin flips, this might not be the best deck that you want, but it's pretty fun to play, and I've seen some success with uh Dragonite and Vileplume combination. And it did great. I honestly, it did pretty good. My expectations. Not the most consistent because it's rely on coin flips. Um, so there are some problems. It's not that consistent, but it is fun to play, nevertheless. And yeah, Vileplume is one of those Pokemon that is not consistent, but is good enough to actually like you could do something with it, right? Like it's not like terribly awful that you can't even really play it properly, right? So it's nice to see that. And oh, a Marowak. Marowak is it's a disappointment. It's very bad. I ain't gonna lie, it's very bad. I had to put in the like. It is that bad that I had to put in the actually. I guess I'll put top of the. I don't know. Uh, Marowak. Uh, Boomerang is not that great of an attack. It is too fighting energy now I think about it, but it's not the best. Um, Inconsistent. Call for friend. The worst attack ever to be a utility card. Um, if it makes it like you can just like put as much fighting Pokemon onto your bench, that'd be insane, right? Those free fighting energy would be a good investment. But since there's only just one, and it has to be like a basic. It's good to bring up Hitmonchan, but for like free fighting energy, for what? The cost of you getting your Marowak getting knocked out? I don't think so. The fact that it has to get knocked out to get that call for friend is so stupid. And it's so disappointing because I really want to make it work, but this card is so inconsistent and 60 HP on stage one, a fully evolved stage one is not good. It's terrible. The one with tree cost is nice and all, and the lightning resistance, but think about it. That's all it has. It it's such an inconsistent card, and I wish it could have been better. But yeah, if they made Boomerang to be having a 30 damage base attack, and then you can flip a coin for extra 30 damage, that would be great, right? But still, it's still not good. And plus, if it had like a bump on the HP cap to be like 70, that would have been great for Marowak. But unfortunately, Marowak has to send the. I'm sorry, but it just has to be like that. Um, Otherwise, I'm gonna put Charmander right there. And put Vaporeon. This one's a hard one actually. Where did I put the EV evolutions? They're all quite similar, but I do prefer Flareon because Flareon is a little bit more consistent. I guess I'll put them in B for now. I don't know where to put them actually. It's quite hard. I'll put Kingler in C. Kingler. Where's that right there actually? Oh, Victory Belt. Now I really want this to make it work, but Victory Belt, it's just not good. Um, for stage 2, 80 HP is not bad, but not the best. But that's not the case. Lure is a permanent gust of wind, but still not the greatest. It doesn't have any like attack. And acid, flip coin if heads, defend Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn, and the fact that you had to flip a coin makes this card inconsistent enough to be not competitively viable for the meta. And I really wanted this to work, like similar to Marowak. I really want it to work, but yeah, 20 damage is not enough. If it could do like 40 damage at least, that would have been better. But acid is not a great move to be consistently relying on. And yeah, Victory Bell unfortunately has to be I would say I'll say probably below Butterfree actually. Charizard, I'll probably bump it up. Charizard is actually interesting. Because it could be like a late attacker where you can just like finish off a Pokemon that you need to like deal with and evolve your Charmeleon into Charizard. So plus Charizard can be like any deck because of energy burn, right? So I do think Charizard is pretty good for a late attacker, but definitely not consistent on doing most of the work, right? It should have been like a late attacker once you're done with all this meta relevant Pokemon, such as your Mewtwo's, Hitmonchans, like the Buzz. You have used your Charmeleon and have knocked out a couple of Pokemon, right? So you just want to get that last prize, so you evolve into Charizard, and then Fire Spin for the win. And that's mainly what Charizard is. It's just a late game knockout for you to get the last prize card ASAP. And that's it. That's why I bumped Charizard a little bit up. Because I do think Charizard has some sort of potential there. But only when Charmeleon is in the attacking range for a deck, not Charizard. I want to focus on Charizard, focus on Charmeleon, and that should be getting rolling. Electro, Chain Lightning, it's too costly and it's not consistent enough. So I'm gonna put it. I keep saying consistent, but it's not. It really is not the move where it can actually damage the bench properly, because it can damage your bench if it's the same type. So yeah, not the best. I guess I'll put it above Doug Trio because it can attack at least. Magmar, so yeah, I guess it's like slightly better, but not that better. Um, so with Magneton, Sonic Boom. If it didn't apply weakness and resistance, it would have been really good, but that's not the case, unfortunately. We're gonna put you where? Hmm. I mean, it's okay move. It's okay, but I want it to be like slightly better. If it didn't, like I said, if it didn't apply weakness and resistance, I'll definitely put it higher. But yeah, unfortunately, that's not the case. Um, what else? Jinx. Meditate is probably the main factor about Jinx. Otherwise, I mean, it's a big basic, so I'll think about it. Nido, Reno, um, not consistent, not the best flying attacker, like I said, for Marowak. Plus, it has too highly costly a move. Um, I mean, double colorless is there, so that's something, but nah. I think I put down there. You know what? Butterfree is probably better. The more I think about it, Butterfree is probably better than all these guys. There we go. Um, hmm. Put Needle King below. Guess right next to Zapdos actually, because Thrash is like a worse version of like Thunder Punch. Yeah, you can use like those double colors, but double colors are more valuable. And just for attack that could damage you, damage yourself possibly, is not the best. Toxic is the main attack for Neo King. Um, but if Toxic deals like 40 damage or like 50, well, it's so good. Like, but yeah. Most evolutions with stage twos, they're not like consistent enough to be like the best. And Neo King's evolution line, uh, it's only near Reno not being the best. Near and Male does have the chance to deal like 30 damage off of the coin flip. But still, Near does have like very low HP, so it's not gonna live too long. So that's why I put Neo King down there. But Toxic is still a pretty good move. It's just that its other moves is not um, reliable. It's okay, but not the best. Eradicate. We're gonna put you down here. Right. Right next to Jinx, actually. Because Super Fang, I mean, they're on a gym set with Lieutenant Surge. Radicate is way better for just one energy. That's insane. Cocoon, I was like saying, I was like praising this Cocoon like it was like Jesus. I was like, oh yeah, this is the best. And I realized, like, oh, okay. I was like giving Cocoon too much slack. But yeah, Poison, it's not auto poison, unfortunately. If it was an auto poison, it would have been better, but nah. 80 HP on stage 1 is really good, but I mean that's what all it can do is just like the fact that it can attack is pretty good, but I mean all around it's just like average. So we're gonna put it right there actually. Uh Golbat, I'll probably put it right there. Put Charmander with Charmeleon. Because Charmander has that Ember attack, and that's pretty nice. Arcanine. I would say it's up there, actually. Like, I love playing Arcanine. That was so stupid, but, yeah, I'm going to put it in B for now, actually. I always want to put it in A, so I'm going to, like, put it A for now. Because Arcanine, those donk decks are so fun that I'm like, dang. Like, the freaking Arcanine Buzz Zap is so good. Like, I cannot deny it's so good. Beedrill, unfortunately, lies in with the unfortunate move with the 2 coin flip um, attacks being the first move. Not consistent, and Poison Sting is also not consistent because it's not all a poison. 40 damage. It's pretty nice, but that's all I can do. The nicer thing about it is that after evolving to Kakuna, you get free retreats. So, yeah, quite interesting. But still, I'll put it right next to Butterfree because Butterfree also has free retreat, and I think they're both in the same vote. The more I think about it. It's just I probably put Bijou slightly higher because that's higher HP, a little bit less costly attacks, and yeah, that's really it. But not too far, not too far off. Lapras, I'll probably put it higher up here, or somewhere around here actually. It could be in potpourris. If you don't know what's a potpourri, potpourris is where you build a deck between type matchups, and that's how potpourris work, is to try to direct any type matches that have weaknesses, and yeah, they just cover each other. So that's a potpourri. Lapis is also really good in Rain Dance decks to tank some hits and deal some chip damage against any Pokemon that can be easily knocked out or have to have like some sort of low attack move, right? Such as if you're against Mr. Mime, for example. So Lapras is pretty good. I'm pretty sure I explained it, but if I didn't, I re-explained it again. So um Diglett, I probably put it up here. I think Diglett is pretty good. Um, uh, sure. Uh, yeah, put Diglett right there. And Charmeleon, Charmander up here. Uh, okay, Giga Shot Raichu. Again, with Fossils and Zapdos. Too costly attack, but it does have somewhat of a better move, but still not the greatest. So probably put it right here somewhere. Um, what else? Kadabra, I changed my mind. I probably put it down there. Still pretty good, but I just think like my thing about is 60 HP is not that much. But 50 damage for like free energy, that's insane. That's pretty nice. Um, what else? I think that's good actually. Yeah, pretty much. All right. All right. Sorry that took a while, but I just had to clear some things up. Um, Now moving on to Flareon. Flareon, like I said, I'm going to put them right next to Vaporeon, but I do think Flareon has more of a better chance than others since it could do a ton of damage, like 60 damage. Plus, you're discarding one fire energy is pretty nice. And quick attack is splashable, so I probably put it with like um Ninetales, but I'll put it up against Ninetales because at least it has like a damaging move, and I prefer a damaging move over like some sort of lurk type of kind of card, lurk type of attack where it doesn't do any damage, but it's just like brings in switches with one of your bench. No, one's the opponent's bench Pokemon with the active. It's good and all, but I'd rather prefer an attacking move instead. So Valerian's up there. Um, and like I mentioned, it does require you can use those double colors to actually get the move and use it a lot more quicker than Fire Blast on Ninetale. So yeah, Flareon is the better evolution out of the three for base set to fossil. The rocket ones, that is totally up to your opinion, but yeah. Or we're not ranking Blackstar Pearl Mewtwo. If we were, it would probably be way up there, like S tier, like no doubt. Nidorina, and it can confuse off of coin flow. and has the ridiculous inconsistency attack. So Confuse is a good status condition. I just don't think it's that reliable, unfortunately. So yeah, that's gonna it's gonna I guess I'll put it above needed right now. Not by a lot. Um Alright, and Amistar, unfortunately this one not good. Water gun. I mean it's a less costly attack compared to others, but still not the best. As a stage 2. These fossil version of the fossil Pokemon really bad. Like stage 2, 70 HP, not good. And Spike Cannon, like I mentioned, inconsistent attacks with the flip 2 coin flips. It's not gonna happen. Nah, it's not gonna happen. So this one's probably going D. But top of D. Yeah, pathetic. That's a stage 2. And fossil Pokemon, getting them to evolve, not easy. Parasect, unfortunately, not good. Spore is decent, but still sleep, not the best status condition. Slash, it's like a budget Scyther, but 10 times slower. Plus, it doesn't have like that nice 70 HP, so yeah. You're not retreating much with this Pokemon, and oh boy. I guess I'll put you over these guys. Maybe over Graveler, but still pretty bad. Yeah. All right. Sandslash. Put Sandslash possibly. Hmm. Fury is not bad. Again, it's another coin flip attack. That's going to do like a total of 60 damage if you're lucky. Most of the time, you're just going to deal 20. Again, not a relying attack, so yeah. I'll put a little bit higher against Parasect. Man, I feel like these Pokemon should have been in D tier. Actually, you know, we're gonna change it. We're gonna put these guys in D tier. Man. Sure. I guess that's how it is. All right, Persian. A scratch for 20. And pass it to faint Pokemon attacks during opponent's next turn. Average damage done to. Let me search up Persian actually. Can't read it. Okay. Jungle. Let me. Should be around here. Alright. Pounce if the defending Pokemon attacks Persian during your opponent's next turn. Any damage done by the attack is reduced by 10 after applying weakness and resistance. Oh, okay. That's not good. Yeah. Yeah. The fact that. Yeah, not the best. It's alright, but it's not that great. Quite disappointing. Nah, it's a colorless type, so I can't really. You're not gonna do like super effective damage on anything. Yeah. Sorry, Persian. Fossil Seadra has the same attack as Amistar, but it's not stage 2. So that's Water Gun. Max total would be like 50 damage if you can attach 5 water energy. Agility can prevent any damage and dealing 20 damage as well. Okay, so it's not the best damage dealer, nor can it do much. So Seadra, it's okay, but not the best. That's certainly not the best. I guess I'll put you like probably up there. Don't know. Somewhere around there. Alright, Primeape. Jungle Primeape. Few swipes. Let me look at Jungle Primeape. Alright. Fairy swipes. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 20 damage times the number of hits. Tantrum. Flip coin of tails. Primate's not confused. Okay, so this is like similar to the Dragonite situation with Vileplume. So you could just like use step in and get rid of the effect. So that's interesting. But this one's more consistent than Vileplume. Interesting enough. But you're not dealing like insane damage. But then again, back then, 50 damage is still a lot. If you think about it. And Fairy Swipes is also not bad. So, for its first attack, not the best, but I mean, there is potential. It has 70 HP. So this could actually synergize with Dragonite as well. Interesting enough. And plus, it's not always going to get itself confused. So if you do get confused, it's not a problem because Dragonite can go use a step in, and then you can just get rid of the effect. This is interesting. I'll probably put this actually higher than Vileplume right there. Interesting enough. Um, but yeah, I could see potential, like actual potential up there. Abra, I'll put you. Bro, I'll put you right here. Uh, actually, I'll put you. Nah, you stay there. Um, hmm. I haven't ranked Squirtle yet, actually. Put Caterpie. Just a upper, lower. There we go. Up there. I think I like the same line. I think War Turtle and Ivysaur are like neck and neck. Amnesia is pretty good move, but not like the best. Probably where all you're going. Tier drop down. I'll put you right there. But yeah, like I said, Primate, interesting with Dragonite. Speaking of Dragonite, where is Dragonite? We've been talking about Dragonite, but I haven't rated Dragonite yet. Where is Dragonite? It's Kangaskhan. Oh, that's Dragonite. Alright, so Dragonite. Hello there. We're about to rank based on your step in Pokemon power. Now this is great. And synergize with Dugtrio. Not Dugtrio. Dodrio. Because of retreat aid. And that helps a lot because Dragonite has only one retreat cost. And just having one Dodrio is already good enough. So step in. You're not going to use Dragonite's attack unless it's emergency. Because it's a stupid flip 2 coins to deal some damage. Yep. All that BS. But step in is the main factor about Dragonite, that it can just get rid of the effect of Pokemon and you are good to go, right? And you can heal off a Dragonite if there's any damage on it. You can use like Super Potion, right? Because you could care less. Dragonite is just really good for what it is, surprisingly. And synergize with Pokemon that I mentioned, like Vileplume and Primeape, pretty well. Same with Kangaskhan. Surprisingly, I haven't ranked Kangaskhan yet, but yeah, Dragonite, a new discovery, similar to Lickitung, but Lickitung is way better. But I can see why Dragonite could be like some sort of gimmicky, fun kind of deck, where, uh, you know, it could actually maybe some sort of rogue deck and possibly like quite competitive, right? So yeah, Dragonite has 100 HP, has no weakness, and it can resist Hitmonchan, so that's insane. Since Hitmonchan's everywhere because of Lickitung. But yeah, Dragonite, I gotta say, pretty impressive. And I probably put it in B. Like I want to say A, but I put it in B. because stepping is really good. And you don't have to like waste any like other resource cards such as switch. Um, but where did I put you? That's a good question. Uh, put you up there. Are you better than Aerodactyl? I guess you are better than Aerodactyl. There you go. All right, slow, bro. All right, slow, bro. Let me research about Slowbro. Now, Slowbro has some sort of Pokemon power that's interesting. So let me go ahead and see what it does. It's called Strange Barrier. Strange Behavior. Not Barrier. Strange Behavior. Um, and what it does is that you can just bring any damage onto Slowbro at any moment. So yeah, it lets you put damage counter on Slowbro as often as you like. As long as it doesn't knock it out. So yeah, strange behavior, interesting Pokemon power. It can factor in some like stall decks. Um, but I would say like it's game changing enough for you to like use Slowbro all the time. It's just interesting enough to like be put in some like gimmicky decks. I can see this card could synergize with like possibly like what else like a ton, Mr. Mime, and all the others, right? Um, but yeah, it's definitely strange. Plus Slowbro doesn't have much HP, so you're not gonna put too much damage counter on it. But yeah, it's interesting. It's like a damage swap, but without the damage swap. Side shock. Flip coin with his. You can paralyze for 2 psychic energy. Um, that's also pretty nice. So you can attack with Slowbro. But yeah, very strange. I wouldn't say like competitive, but it could definitely do some work. Yeah, without the damage swap. Um, I don't know what put you. I guess I'll put you right there because I don't know what to do with you. All right, Bulbasaur, my favorite. Unfortunately, they did you dirty, Bulbasaur. Leech Seed, it may sound good on paper, but it is not good for you. 40 HP, requires 2 grass energy to attack. That's not good. Like, they did Bulbasaur dirty. And I hate that. Like, why you gotta do that to Bulbasaur? Thankfully, in the vending series, they actually improved Bulbasaur a lot to just require only 1 grass energy to do something. And that's insane. Like, you can have 2 moves, it can heal and also poison. Auto poison, exactly. So, the vending series Bulbasaur has 50 HP. It's just way better. This one is the pathetic version of the Vayne series, and it's unfortunate, but yeah, I don't know where to put you. God, this makes me sad, but I had to put you like probably down here. Probably I'll put you above Growlithe, but yeah, it's I don't know. Then again, Growlithe has more HP. I guess I'll put you. Dang. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the case. Um, guess I'll put the hybrid below there. Cat piece up there. There we go. But yeah, Bulbasaur's there. It's unfortunate. I rank two more. Rapidash. That's Stomp, so it could like be splashable in any deck. So it could do like a total of 40 damage. Agility is also nice too to like prevent damage, and it deals like an extra 30. Um, yeah, pretty nice all around. I'll put it in B actually, because it's splashable and it can like be more of like a defensive Pokemon. So I put it right around. Yeah, it's free retreat. Uh, put you. Wait, where do you go? Oh, put you right there. It's more on the defensive side, I would say. It's interesting enough. Uh, Actually, I'll put you below. Yeah. It's more on the defensive side, I would say, for Rapidash. But it can also be like a damage sponge. Similar to like Scyther. Tentacruel. Let's see about you. Last Pokemon to rank for this video. Tenta. Shit. Can't spell. Okay, alright. Let's see what you have. Alright, has Supersonic, flip a coin of heads, confused, alright. Jellyfish Sting. Uh, 2 water energies, auto poison, and deals 10 damage. Okay, so it has 60 HP and it has free retreat, so it can retreat any time as it want. Um, it's interesting. It's like more like a status condition type of card. It's not gonna survive as long, but it does have free retreat, so you can just escape from any danger. Otherwise, not the best, but it is something to be worried about because that auto poison. Um, Plus it can deal like some extra chip damage added to the poison. But yeah, you can really disrupt your opponents with a supersonic because you can confuse and poison at the same time. So it could be quite devastating. I wouldn't say game changing again, not like mind blowing, but it can be quite disruptive. So I'll put it above Slowbro. And I don't know. It's interesting enough. But I don't know what put it. Mm, a tentacle. Haven't ranked tentacle yet, but that's quite synergize it a little bit. This was also a tough one. I don't know what put it. Tentacruel. Because I put Tentacruel in there. Yeah, I put up there. somewhere around there. Makes more sense. Um. All right. I think we're gonna end this here. Might be quite too long. Yeah, I'll end this here. So yeah, this video is getting too long, and I need sleep, bro. I need sleep. It's like 4 a.m. When I'm recording this, but yeah, I just want to make this video real quick for me, and yeah, hopefully enjoy this part 6. I still don't know what kind of part where I am, but hopefully it's part 6. Hopefully. Anyways, let me know what you think for this updated tier list. I know quite be disappointing, but it is what the meta is. If it's not consistent enough for me, I don't know how many times I said consistent, but probably like 20 plus times. But let me know what you think about how meta relevant these cards are. I'm still learning, but most majority I do think um, do have unique moves, and I do want to make it work, but it's so hard, like such as Marowak. Like, and I try to make it better, but it's like it's not good enough to be like, you know, in some sort of rogue deck, right? It's that bad that it can't really, you know, rely on it. Really heavily relies on other Pokemon to do damage. So yeah, it's quite unfortunate, but yeah, that is the whole case for base to fossil. It's very aggressive deck, and you really have to be prepared on what to do on your next turn. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. This video is very long. I could tell. It's like almost 1 hour and 10 minutes. So I'm gonna end this here, and I'll see you guys in the next tier list. Hopefully, I don't know when that goes. I don't know when that gonna be, but I will upload by tomorrow. I don't know. Don't finger cross me on that because I have like a lot of things to do. Uh, but yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.